This is Fred Beck from Fred Talks Fighting, proudly sponsored by Boohoo Man. I'm joined today in Texas at the Misfits 15 press conference by Mams Taylor. Mams, what a fight for Saturday night. How do you think that press conference went today?
Fredericks, I think it went very well. I think it was without too many incidents, nice and smooth, just enough to make it entertaining and not too far. You?
I thought it was good. I did think we could have a table thrown, but I guess that was close to happening with Le'Veon Bell and, of course, Tristan Ham. That was the kind of the fight which has got the most heat, certainly.
What an entrance from Le'Veon Bell. Fashionably late, came in, rattled Tristan. Tristan gave it right back. Let's see. I mean, that's a tough fight to call because on paper, Le'Veon should win that fight. But Tristan's balls and the X factor being Mr. BJ Flores. That's the equalizer there, you know? I'm very, very curious to see how this turns out.
I kind of see it playing out as Tristan kind of walking forward, trying to hunt him down, and then Le'Veon being the kind of counter-puncher.
Well, you also thought that Tyson Fury won that fight, so I don't know.
I got a lot of heat. I was still standing at 114, 113 to Tyson Fury. I gave the first 7 rounds to Fury, and then the rest to Usyk. The in-between in that was people giving Usyk 1 and 2, which you could argue he got it.
Usyk won 1 and 2. Fury won 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then Usyk won 8, 9, 10, 11. Arguably 12.
Yeah.
Okay, but if he didn't win 12, it's 6 rounds apiece with a 10-8 round to Usyk. Usyk won that fight. There's no two ways about it, Fred.
I don't know. I'm still a big Fury fan myself. Anyway, that's old news now. We're moving on. I guess they got the rematch in October. Apart from that, Elbrook, Paige Van Zandt. This is absolutely massive. We saw them go on Arrow Hawani's show before. The only guys from Misfits to go on Arrow Hawani's show, Salt Pappy, KSI, and big names like that. So it's great to have Elle and Paige on the show.
Yeah,
it's massive, this fight.
Shout out to Ariel. Love Ariel. Glad he had them on there. I think Paige, what a really, really sweet person. Her husband, fiance or husband, lovely guy, great. Also very game for fights on Misfits as well. Listen, either girl is a great representation as a champion of Misfits for the women. You know, they are in the main event, first ever main event for Misfits. Paige is very, very, very much experienced, game, really expects to win this. Elle is someone I've seen her journey from the start, yeah? So it's not that I'm picking favorites. I just want Elle to be the best representation of what she can be. And I hope she believes in herself like the rest of us do. And if she does, she's going to be absolutely fine. And like I was saying at the press conference, Fred, we were talking in the small council, and Leon made a really good point. Some of these fighters, when they take this chance and this step up, they have imposter syndrome. You can't have that. She's deserved this opportunity. She's worked for it. She's really dedicated a lot of time. You know Elle better than I do. You know, she's putting a lot of time, energy, and effort into this. She deserves this main event. May the best woman win.
I remember this was years ago. So when Misfits had just started, this was after just before Misfits 2 in Sheffield, with Jay Swigler main eventing against Turtle as well, a long time ago. I was like to Mams, come on, let's get Elle Misfits. Mams was like, who's Elle Brook? I was like, trust me, he's a big star. And then she made a Misfits debut against, her name leaves my head right now. There's a fight in January where she knocked out an opponent in the first round. Oh my gosh, Faith
Ordway,
yes. And that was a really tough fight looking back. Any news on Faith Ordway? Do you reckon she'll fight again?
I don't know. She's very welcome. She's tough, and I think she could do well.
Yeah, hopefully. We got a lot of female fights, though. That's the reason I'm bringing Elle up. It's I think like 4 female fights on this card. Who's Killer B? I've seen her socials. She's very big. She's a very underrated star.
She's very tough. Really, really well known. Hustles, absolute pleasure to work with. Real pleasure to work with. Goes the extra mile. And she's fantastic. So she's a very welcome addition and a future Misfit star.
And obviously the third fight from the main event, we've also got Lil Craig versus Yudi Gang. This is the rematch.
Baby. Tournament. And this will decide and determine who will be facing our friend, the Argentinian King. Tough fight for him, whichever emerges as the victor of this fight. When you say Frederick?
I like the Argentinian king. I know he gets a lot of hate, but he talks trash.
Why does he get hate?
He talks trash. And a lot of fighters being humble. It's like, no, don't be humble. Talk your shit, you know. Back yourself up.
He's fantastic. Great guy. Tough kid. But Yuri Yang and Cray Cray are going to be the favourite. Whoever emerges victorious out of that match, they'll be fighting him. Waleed Sharks will be fighting against Ace Musa.
I interviewed Ace about 5 days ago, and he's a big trash talker himself. He definitely backs himself.
Yes. Yeah, he does. And the winner of that fight fights Joey Knight. I mean, this is hotting up. And then the winner of that fight ends up, I mean, obviously that's what a tournament is.
The final, yeah. But what Mams is saying is, the amount of kind of beef we'll see in the press conference, those sort of things, will kick off.
Thank you. Yeah, you're my big Bobby the Boss.
Well, from he speaks a lot slower than I do.
Did you get an interview with him, yeah?
Well, he's interrupted 2 of my interviews, so I'm sure that counts.
All right.
Will we expect a Misfits 16 announcement on Saturday?
God knows I'm working on it. There's some really, really great stuff coming. Just hang tight. Don't even goad me to give anything away because it's really cool.
So there might be a few surprises on Saturday, which a lot of people don't expect.
We'll see.
Okay. Awesome. Best of luck for Saturday.
Thank you, Frederick.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Perfect. Very good.